I can do some decent damage. He still switches in a Toxic Croak on me. Okay. But I will just do this, lower his defense, and now double super effective damage. Really hoping he lets it go through. Oh, one shot, let's go. Hello, hello. We are back at it again with some Great League remix, cranking out the last PvP video before we switch up to some PvP cups that I don't really have any particular interest in. If you have seen the last video, not much has changed, honestly. I've switched around the orders, so we have Steelix in the lead and Mantine in the back, because I'm starting to see a lot of flying type answers in the lead. So switching around makes it like really efficient, hopefully. We'll see. We might just get jinxed on now that I switched up the order. And then I put out the Ferrothorn for the Cresselia instead, now that the Cresselia is a little bit more tanky. And now I end up having like double cover of the weaknesses that Steelix has in the lead. So I'm very weak to like some of the water types, and I'm very weak to the fighting types, or at least fighting type moves. And both Cresselia and Mantine are good against both water and fighting, in the matter that Cresselia has, of course, psychic typing and grass attack, and Mantine is water itself, so it resists the water, and then it's flying, and so it like resists and do super effective against the fighting. So it's kind of an ABB team, but not really, because it does a lot of different things, having Cresselia and Mantine in the back. But it's been working out really well, and I wanted to record a couple battles and see how it goes. Starting off with the fighting type straight away, and I will go for Cresselia, which kind of acts like my safe swap. Like, you can also do Mantine as a safe swap, and like depending on which Pokemon you have in the lead, you can use either as a safe swap. But one thing I noticed, and one thing I was like kind of hoping him not to do, is that if he leads with a Poliwrath that might have access to Icy Wind and debuff me, like a Mantine debuff is just really, really sad. I mean, Cresselia is kind of in the same situation, but can do more damage with the Moonblast, which is like mostly neutral in this meta that we're playing. Although I will not win this switch, so we will have Poliwrath back onto my Steelix, but maybe I'm in a situation where I can get a shield, because I can threaten the Mandibuzz quite a lot with this extra Moonblast. But he can survive it, so if he's really smart, he just don't. But I indeed do threaten him a little bit here. Can I get this off right before he takes me? Ooh, that's really, really good. I'm hoping he thinks it's a Moonblast, but he's probably gonna let this go through. We will see. Grass Knot. Bomb, indeed, let it go through. So in hindsight, what I should have done is I should have baited at least once, but I was not sure he was going to shield at all, but he ended up doing that. Let's come in with the Steelix. The Steelix is now not very valuable on this team, because I know there's a Poliwrath and we lost the switch. So I will almost sacrifice the Steelix as well. But I think we can farm down a lot on this Mandibuzz, because it makes no sense throwing either of these two attacks into a Mandibuzz that's going to take absolutely no damage. Whereas the Psychic Fangs, they can add up against the Poliwrath. So if I can just farm down and have double Psychic Fangs ready for this Poliwrath, I'm going to go very low though for doing this. Am I going to do it anyways? I think I'm going to do it anyways. It seemed like he had Mud Shot on the Poliwrath and not counter, so he will do a little bit of, have to do like a little bit of damage. So let's see what he does here. I'm going to do one Dragon Tail. Actually, no, I'm going to go straight into the Psychic Fangs, because I will not want to use any shields, but I really want to get these Psychic Fangs through. Although he can switch, which is a little bit dangerous here. Because if I do double here and then I go in with my Mantine, he just switches out, then he clears the debuffs. We'll see if we can do a little bit of damage here with the double Psychic Fangs here. So now he has very low Poliwrath, and he can debuff my last Pokemon. Yeah, this is kind of what I wanted to avoid. So I'm expecting him to do Icy Wind now, which is not the best use of shields. But I think he gets a second one as well. He has a Gligar, okay. I got Ice Beam for Gligar, so even though I have attack debuff against this Gligar, this is double super effective. So we'll see if he shields this or not. He did not. That's a lot of damage. Okay, so I'm now protecting my Mantine, and I think, honestly, I'm just gonna farm him down. He is very close to a move on the Poliwrath, and he might reach it now that he clears his debuffs. But we will see how we do this. I don't think it makes sense for me to throw an attack at all, because I will just give him an extra fast move. I think Aerial Ace from Gligar will do more damage than the Icy Wind from Poliwrath. And since I'm not going to reach 2 attacks, I mean, actually, I might just do that, to be honest. I just reached 2 attacks now. Then it almost made no sense to throw an attack. But since I will throw this now and have the other one ready, I will just do it, just for the sake of him not reaching the actual attack. If he has something else that might do more damage to me. But I doubt it. Most of you run with either, like, not close combat, or dynamic punch, or skulls. There we go. Alright, clustered out. Have Bomber Snow in the lead. That's an interesting matchup. I don't think I've played this one, actually. It's fairly neutral, because he has ice, which is neutral towards me now that I'm also a ground type. He can do some of the heavy-hitting grass moves, which are also neutral because I'm ground type. I can do some decent damage. He just switches in a Toxic Croak on me. Okay. I would switch in Cresselia. A very interesting decision. I don't think it was that bad a lead. But I will just do this, lower his defense, and now double super effective damage against the Toxic Croak. I will farm him down. That was a lot of damage from Psychic Fangs, but yeah, double super effective. Wow. Okay, I mean, that's also a way of winning Switch, I guess. Is Mantine better? Yeah, Mantine's actually better against the Bomber Snow, so I think that was to my advantage. Oh, definitely. Oh, although I do need to use Mantine against Charizard. I can't do that with the Steelix. Okay, I mean, this is all right. We will be able to put this Charizard fairly low. I hopefully will make it to a second Moonblast. I don't believe, now that it's not Shadow, that the Blast Burn will take me out here. It's going to be pretty close, so he's going to be able to farm me down after. Okay, I will take back my words. He just barely did that. I mean, my Mantine is really valuable, but I will come in with the Steelix because it's not as valuable. And since the Charizard is this low, I might even threaten him with the Psychic Fangs. And if he shields, I mean, I can also shield once and do some Dragon Tails. I think my Mantine is way more valuable, so I will just let him take out my Steelix. Oh, are we gonna trade? Almost trade. I need to shield once, I guess. To take this Dragon Claw. Although, is that really worth a shield? I think the shields are better were spent on the Bomber Snow, although Blast Burn does a lot of damage. Ouch. Yeah, because he will farm me a lot and he will just do Weather Balls, won't he? Yeah, I think he will. He could threaten me with some of the Grass Nuts. But because I'm this low, he can just straight Weather Ball me and just basically spam. Because I have both shields to Mantine, I think we're still pretty good here. Actually, did see another Fire type. Like, I haven't seen many Fire types since I switched out the first one. But still Fire types around, I guess. Oh, we're just gonna flex at this point. Nah, it's too risky. If this is a Grass Knot, I believe neutral damage will take me out. I'm just gonna do this for safety. And then the Aerial Ace will take out the Abomish. No. I'm getting some tough battles straight away. Although this was a really big mistake, my opponent. Just switching in the Toxic Croak. Superior lead. Which is okay. Now that I'm a ground type, grass is neutral. So this is a very neutral match. I will do a lot of damage with both my Psychic Fangs and my Crunches. Maybe he will not shield. We'll see. He's doing Frenzy Plants that do a decent amount of damage. I will go straight Crunch, actually, because I don't believe he will shield. He is expecting me to maybe start with the Psychic Fangs, but I think I'm going double Crunch against his Superior here. I was hoping for a debuff, but I don't necessarily need it. I do kind of need it to win, though. Are we gonna trade a shield? I think we will, because my other Pokemon are pretty slow to the moves. So I will give him a Crunch. Actually, I'll give him a Psychic Fangs, because we're this low at this point. We'll see if he actually shields. If this is a Crunch, he might shield if he's expecting it. Exactly. This might or might not allow me... No, never mind. To get to another Psychic Fang. We'll see if he actually wanted to farm some more. But no, he did not. So this is actually a case where I'm okay with what happened here, because I lost the lead, but it's not really an ABB team. And he's debuffed once, and I can now farm him down with the Mantine. So I'm hoping he's not reaching a move. Please don't. Oh, that's good. Very good. Very good. So now I have an energy advantage, although he has switched. So if he has an answer for Mantine, I am very much in trouble. I have an energy advantage, and I got a Cresselia in the back. He does indeed have an electric type. Ouch. Whew, okay, at least Ice Beam is neutral, and he's maybe not expecting it too much, exactly. And now we have Cresselia that has to do a lot of work. Switching in a Walrein. Water type, also an ice type, but a water type, whereas Grass Knot will be super effective. So we have a lot of work to do here with Cresselia, because my Mantine will be very useless against the what's it called? I'm completely blanking on the Voltorb into Electro. Yeah, completely blanking on that. That was okay. So many Pokemon to keep track of. I'm starting to lose track of my Gen 1 Pokemon. What is this? Alright, we'll see if he wants to use some shields or not. He did not want to, okay. That means I kind of want to see if I can use Mantine as a catch, kind of. Like as a as an extra shield. Even though it seems kind of silly. It does indeed have Foul Play. Because he's playing with a pretty slow move like Volt Switch, I will potentially be able to catch. We'll see how it goes. I believe you need 1 or 2 Volt Switches again before I can before he has to move. So I will switch here. Yes. And very likely be catching a Foul Play, which means I survive. And then he gets to farm me down, which is a little bit unfortunate. But I believe he still needs to be a little threatened. No, he doesn't. Oh, just barely. But did I have my move ready? I need 1 more. Oh, that was very close. Okay, so he got me. So this particular situation, I did need to win the lead. Because he had electric type. It happens. Is Sudowoodo. I believe they run with counter, don't they? So that is a little bit scary. Oh, this guy. Oh no, Rock Throw. Okay, that's completely fine then. Why is it I'm thinking about attacks then? I think he has access to counter. I've seen him using counter in some of the in the Silcoffs, I'm pretty sure. But now that he is actually running rock moves, and as I mentioned in the start, I've seen a lot of answers to flying types in the lead, then we're actually completely fine here. But he has Earthquake, doesn't he? I think he has Earthquake. He has Earthquake. Ouch! Yeah, I should have shielded. Definitely should have shielded. But we'll still win lead. This is still okay. Hopefully I can survive long enough so that I can do a Psychic Fangs on the next Pokemon. Otherwise, I just gave him a lot of extra energy. Yes, I can get a Psychic Fangs off. Very good. And then I can get my Mantine against this, which would otherwise have been really terrible if it had gotten on my Cresselia, because this also has the Ghost type. But now that I get my Mantine on it, I will do super effective attacks and its debuff, so this is very good. Let's see what he does. Both attacks will do a lot of damage. I think I will shield. The Decidueye is pretty squishy, so like every attack coming from that Pokemon, even though it's neutral, will do a lot of damage. Poison Water. That means both my moves are neutral and not very effective actually. Okay, so I need to do Grass Nuts, but I will do super effective damage with my Quick Attack. Which is not a quick attack. I keep calling it a quick attack. It's my fast attack. It's Psycho Cut. Yeah, my small attack charging up the energy. But this will be 2 tanks against each other, and I kind of need to make it somewhat close because I don't want to give him a lot of farm on that Decidueye because that is doing a lot of damage. And I doubt he's going to shield his what's it called? Toxapex. I don't believe he's going to shield it. So I need to get out of this battle with very low HP, or might even honestly just lose it on purpose so that I can get extra farm on my Pokemon. So I'm giving it an extra here. There we go. I gave him an extra poison jab. It became very close here though, but that means he only gets to do 1 or 2 quick attacks, yeah, on his Decidueye before taking me out. Or I could just switch actually immediately. I could just immediately switch, which is fine. We need to outpace him to 2 moves. Because we both have a shield. And I don't even believe I can survive a Frenzy Plant from the Decidueye here. Although we have a lot of energy. And he didn't catch any energy on his Toxapex. So this time we just got to win ABC against his team. Which also feels good sometimes. Venusaur. I mean, both the other Pokemons are doing better against Venusaur, but having Psychic Fangs means that I will just threaten the Venusaur straight away. He switches to Gligar. Okay, I mean, this is not too bad. Like, him catching a Psychic Fangs is not a really big problem. He can definitely catch that. And then I will switch to my Gligar, and now I will actually just one-shot him with a Ice Beam. And he can do a lot of Night Slashes, but I can survive, I believe, 2, honestly. But I really want to. Actually, do I want to win lead? And I don't need to win switch at this point, actually. I can just get all his shields if he wants to. We'll see how he does this. This will one-shot if he lets you go through. I'm really hoping he lets you go through. Boom, one-shot, let's go. Yeah, we got a highlight. Very nice. Okay, he also does have a rock type, which means we're gonna be playing Steelix into this guy, and then we're gonna be playing Cresselia into the Venusaur, which is actually kind of bad because he resists both my moves. But you threw an attack on that? Alright, very nice. But I believe it's gonna be fairly useless putting the Cresselia in here. Actually, I kind of want to take that back a little bit because I can debuff Venusaur when it's the last Pokemon. Let's go in with Cresselia. I will put myself in some insect attacked territory, which kind of sucks. We'll see if he runs with X-Scissor. I might even actually catch an X-Scissor if he does run with it. He does run with X-Scissor. Yeah, this is what I was like a little bit afraid of. Because it's a very cheap move and it's doing some decent damage because it's super effective. So yeah, I will try and catch the next one. See if I can do that. Aw, he either saw it coming or maybe I was a little bit too quick. But he can't do too much against my Steelix. And I just get to throw the Psychic Fangs onto now a Venusaur without shields. So I can do Psychic Fangs and I can just keep doing Psychic Fangs. I believe this is what's going to do the most damage against my Steelix. So I will shield these Frenzy Plants. They are neutral, but they do a lot of damage coming from a Venusaur. And Steelix is very valuable right now. Yep. Just short of another Frenzy Plant. I get to throw this because he has no shields. See ya, Venusaur. And then we will just farm down. He can't really touch me, can he? Both X-Scissor and rock moves, either slide or blast, will not do very much damage. Yeah, I think he saw the writing on the wall. I could throw a Psychic Fang, but it'll take longer. Just doing another Dragon Tail. Very nice. Once again, a video like this does make the team look a little bit too good compared to what it is. It has a very obvious weakness to Steel-type Pokemon, and we don't really have a good answer if they were pure Steel-type Pokemon. But most of the Steel-type Pokemon have a secondary type that makes the moves on some of these Pokemon on the team neutral, at least, so that we can take them down as like a team effort and be sort of okay. I mean, I lost a couple battles against just not being able to touch an Empoleon, really. So that is a really, really big weakness. But it's a very big strength to like run 2.5 tanks, maybe 3 tanks actually, in a Great League format. Although it takes a while to play and we don't get many highlights, but we did get a really, really good Gligar highlight, and I am very happy about that one. So if you guys appreciate some PvP battles, give this video a like. That would be very nice. It'd also be very much appreciated if you guys check out some of the videos that is popping up on screen. I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.